Yo, check it out, I gotta speak the truth about the hardest working small channel in the crypto booth. He's the crypto father.
Welcome back to another video from the Crypto Father channel. Today is the 7th of October. It's a Monday. It's gonna be another weird week. Last week it was a day of work, then it was a day off work, day off, and then work, and then the weekend. And this week I get a day off in the middle. But that's completely irrelevant to the video. In this video, I'll be covering some stuff on, as you saw from the thumb, literally somebody setting themselves on fire, and you may have heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, it's the most ridiculous thing ever, concocted by a developer or a person who launched a meme coin. I'm not sure that, you know, we're called developers. People who launch meme coins may not necessarily be the dev type, just some dudes who push buttons. In any case, that and some other news, Bitcoin related, and whatever else comes up my way. So make sure to smash up the likes on this video, subscribe to the channel, pick up a decent wallet. You get $130 off on a pack of 2 or $50 off on a pack of 1. And Descent is going to have a special sales coming up, I think sometime tomorrow or the 13th, not sure, but there is going to be a massive discount. So follow the links below, get yourself a wallet. They're pretty nifty. I made a video review video on these suckers. They're really good wallets, easy to navigate, and they have pretty decent phone apps to go along with it. But the wallet itself allows you for a nice, you know, look at what you have on your in your blockchain. Anyway, here we go. Taiwan FSC unveils new AML regulations for virtual asset providers. So apparently Taiwan is tightening up its regulatory procedures for anti-money laundering, and it's not like really anybody really cares, because Taiwan is not particularly a very influential place when it comes to cryptocurrencies, right? But I mean, it's great for people living there, quite possibly, because, well, now they don't get to launder their money anymore. But what it means for businesses that are based on the blockchain-based businesses, means that they have to re-regulate themselves again. So it just means more money coming into the governments, to these institutions who are trying to regulate the cryptocurrency space, because these businesses will now have to re-register once again with the FSC. Taiwan's Financial Supervisory Commission unveiled updated anti-money laundering AML regulations on October 2nd. The main objective is to boost the oversight of local virtual asset services providers. Non-compliant entities, on the other hand, will be heavily penalized. These features will become effective come January 1st, so they still have some time to take care of all that stuff, but they require all crypto firms to register with the Taiwanese government by September 2025, so another year to go. Strict penalties will be imposed for non-compliance, including up to 2 years in prison and fines of 5 million new Taiwanese dollars, which is approximately $155,000. Not a lot of money, but 2 years in prison is a scary prospect for anyone. So this may be a dissuader to anybody who wants to scam or launder money over the next year in Taiwan, although they do still have 1 year, so there's plenty of time to take advantage of that, particularly since we're going into the bull run. Now, Taiwan implemented its early year set of regulations on cryptocurrency anti-money laundering in July of 2021. However, with the recent announcement, even companies that are already fully compliant will need to re-register with the FSC to avoid penalties. And I assume that there's going to be fees involved with that, because it's always good to have fees on new registrations, because it's more capital flowing into the pockets of the regulatory bodies. Ban crypto trades. Updates on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, although we can't really call the 5th of the month a trend anymore, it would still be interesting to see if Bitcoin can keep setting the low or high of the month within the first week. I don't know what this thread is, I haven't followed it, but apparently, according to Dan, Bitcoin has made Bitcoin has bottomed and topped at basically the same time in the month as 3 months prior. Basically, Bitcoin hasn't moved over the past 3 months. June, July, August, and September have been keeping Bitcoin in a nice downward phase. And if you look at the chart, that I've been showing you on this channel over the past few months, weeks, months, and days, Bitcoin basically hasn't done anything. It's been dropping. It's been moving downwards, bouncing up and down over the past 3 months, which is somewhere from here, July. It remained within the $69,000 to $52,000 range, right here in between these two lines. If you go further back till March of 2024, the topping was at $73,000. That was the topping with the cherry on top, and basically we have bottomed out at $52,000. Right now Bitcoin is moving back up. Where will it go? We don't know, but that's where we are. There are conflicting news announcements coming from all sorts of influencers. Traders Reality believes that the 4-year cycle is over due to the fact that Wall Street is now in the game, and Wall Street investors are completely destroying the whole idea or the whole progression of the 4-year cycle with everything, as well as the new inflows and outflows. They're basically the ETFs that's also messing around with the entire 4-year cycle. While the other YouTubers like Altcoin Daily, Wendio, BitBoy, who's still around, kicking around the block, are all continue talking about the 4-year cycle. I haven't seen much of Ren Nooner recently. I think he stepped down. He keeps hiring. I keep seeing a lot more South Africans popping up and talking about Bitcoin and trying to analyze the hell out of the system. And it seems like Nooner is becoming a Uber boss over there on the southern tip of the dark continent. He doesn't seem to be doing a lot more work. There's a lot more South Africans being released who get to share their ideas on Bitcoin and the potential up and downs. But there's some interesting movements happening when an ancient Bitcoin address awakens after lying low for over a decade, and it moves $6 million in Bitcoin at 7,222% in profit. This wallet has been activated after nearly 11 years of hibernation. That means this wallet must have been filled up somewhere in 2013. The wallet was worth less than 100,000 in 2014, is now worth millions. Obviously, a dormant address containing 100 Bitcoin, 6,113,000, has just been activated after 10.8 years, worth $83,492 in 2014. It's quite possibly that a lot of these addresses basically were people have lost their logins or something and were unable to log in, and are just recovering their addresses, or quite possibly these people re-emerged from prisons or somewhere else that they were locked up for scamming or who knows what else they were doing, and are now taking out their funds. I'm not sure that these dormant addresses waking up is a special thing. Maybe they should have remained dormant. Apparently, the wallet received 100 Bitcoin on January 4th, 2014, and it did not make any movements until today. So somebody dropped 100 Bitcoin into the wallet 11 years ago, and until today, they just sat there. Argentina is making some waves. Apparently, there's the idea that Argentina may begin to put Bitcoin on its balance sheets. Will Argentina take the leap to make Bitcoin legal tender like El Salvador? Experts weigh in. Who are the experts? But as Argentina grapples with economic turmoil, speculation is growing about whether the country will follow El Salvador's bold move to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. President Javier Milei, known as his pro-cryptocurrency stance, has ignited intense debate about the future of Argentina's monetary policy since taking office in 2023. We're on the cusp of witnessing South America making a stance on the adoption of Bitcoin, and basically making Bitcoin a legal tender throughout all of South America prior to the release of, or prior to an official adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in the developed nations. It wouldn't be funny to see all the developing nations adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies ahead of the developed nations and basically flipping the economy, the world economy, on its head? That would be wild. The country's economic woes have fueled this crypto enthusiasm, with annual inflation exceeding 250% and the peso's rapid devaluation losing about 10% of its value monthly. Argentinians have turned to crypto assets like Bitcoin to hedge against financial instability. Can you imagine losing 10% of your finances every month? That's like additional tax on top of your tax, and I'm sure that the country is getting taxed as well. And getting to our pin, to our thumbnail today, apparently there is a dude, a kid, who has set himself on fire to pump his coin. This kid, and I'm calling him kid because he's just a dude. Look at his silly outfit here, rapping away and you know, dancing, smoking, and being tough. And just, to me, it's such a silly thing, such a poser thing to do. Anyway, so this kid set himself on fire in order to get his meme coin, God knows what, and he suffered third-degree burns basically. And if you're not familiar with what third-degree burns do, but basically third-degree burns destroy the epidermis and dermis. Third-degree burns may also damage the underlying bones, muscles, and tendons. The burn site appears white or charred. Miko, the Dare Coin's creator, told Decrypt last week the only regret he has is not cashing out when he had the opportunity, back when the coin was charting blazing hot gains, because right now the coin is basically nowhere. I mean, it pumped as it probably would have had, and then it dumped, and it's on DEX, but it's worth nothing. There is $22,000 in liquidity, market cap of $29,000. Now he says he hasn't cashed out, but I mean, why is it dead, right? Truth or Dare is a meme coin project led by Miko, who performed live streamed stunts to help pump his token. After 6 days of performing goofy antics, the meme coin dev went too far by dousing himself in isopropyl alcohol and having friends shoot fireworks at him. Quickly, he went up in flames and was rushed to hospital with third-degree burns across 30% of his body. Now, after 5 months of healing, Miko is calling it quits. I'm not the Dare dev anymore. My name is Miko and I'm human. I just want to make it out of the trenches like you. What trenches, dude? What are you talking about? There are no trenches. You're just being an idiot for the sake of a dumb meme coin. Don't follow his suit, kids. Since the fire incident, only 2 team members remain in contact with the injured dev. The rest took their money and left. That's what happens. Miko told Decrypt. One of these people, Miko said, is the unidentified person that came up with the idea to set him ablaze. Someone who was a close friend and did not apologize for the dare. I have learned from it. It's made me become less trustworthy and more aware of every little thing, Miko told Decrypt. Everybody in this space wants money. Everything else is after. I mean, when you're singing that exactly when you were dancing around in your little checkered outfit, like, this is the society we were growing up in. I fear for my kids. Dean Crypto Trades, more China stimulus, eyes on the coin. Not all of them are China specific, but these Asian coins tend to be correlated. CFX tends to be the leader of the pack in terms of its narrative. ACH has gone on some stupid rallies in the past as well, mostly trading those two. Let's see, CFX and ACH. So basically, China got a bunch of money invested into the system, and so the presumption is that a lot of these coins are going to be pumping, the Chinese ones. Neo is still on the list here, which is weird because Neo is a very, very old project. It's worth $10. I think it was worth like $50 at some point in time. CFX and ACH, according to Dan Crypto Trades, are pumping, so might be something to look at. China State Council Information Office will hold a press conference at 10 a.m. on October 8th to introduce policies to boost economic growth and answer questions from reporters. Affected by the stimulus policy, China's stock market recorded its largest single day. And I don't know if you've been following some of the updates on, I want to say HBO, but it's not HBO. Whatever happened to HBO? Is that thing still around? I mean, Netflix. There is a new documentary on Netflix which apparently unveils the original Satoshi Nakamoto, or the creator of Bitcoin, and they point to one guy, and I'm trying to find him, and apparently all of the images have disappeared. He's a 31-year-old dev who died a few years ago, apparently. Nope, and I seriously can't find him right now. How bizarre is that? Maybe they paid Google to take down all the images because they were blatantly out there, and I guess they were kind of spoiler alerts. But it's a guy with a beard and long ponytail, and I don't remember his name because I looked at it and I really don't care. Does it really matter who Satoshi Nakamoto is? Honestly, is it going to change any way in which Bitcoin is being used? Will people all of a sudden start selling it if the true nature of this individual comes out? Or will they start buying it? Really? I just don't see it. So whatever the case may be, Bitcoin's here to stay. And if it's created by the SEC or by an individual whom we may never know, it doesn't really matter. People will continue trading and buying and holding it as they have been so far. So whatever. And in any documentary, regardless of what the documentary might claim who Satoshi Nakamoto is, right now it's all speculation, because in reality we will never know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, even if we discovered him right now, you know. Anyway, Tether is releasing a documentary to celebrate a 10-year milestone, and that's why it's a good advertisement. USDT dominates Brazil's crypto market with 90% of daily transactions. Tether's USDT ranks as top stablecoin with a 120 billion market cap, and still Tether is a bit of a controversial stablecoin. There claims that they don't have enough money to actually sustain itself and that it's all fraud. Who knows? Today marks 10 years of USDT to celebrate. We're launching our documentary, Stability and Freedom in Chaos. Soon dive into the journey of how USDT has become a lifeline for millions fighting inflation and fueling financial freedom worldwide.
La inflación nos roba todo.
Like the last 10 years in Turkey. Digital dollar in your hands.
Might actually be interesting. Might be more interesting than the one on who is Satoshi Nakamoto, because we might get some proper answers and a description of how USDT is doing. Quite possibly. I mean, if they launch it themselves, then it's probably going to be obviously heavily biased in their favor. But might be a little bit of a more interesting watch than trying to figure out, watch science fiction on who Satoshi Nakamoto may be. Apparently, Israeli military requests Binance to freeze crypto wallets. Binance is pushing back against recent requests from the Israeli military to freeze crypto wallets linked to Palestinians and other individuals in the region. According to Niels Anderson Rude, Binance's global head of financial crime investigation, Binance has rejected 86% of these requests due to a lack of supporting evidence, almost as if to say that the Israeli military was randomly picking individuals to be blocked by Binance, and Binance said no thank you. But that means that they did let through about 14% of these requests. And since we're talking about Binance and USDT, let's combine them together. 72% of ETH USDT traders on Binance go long. Is this the buy signal you need? Let's have a quick look at Binance, or rather CoinGecko, and see where Ethereum is, because I forgot to do that. $2.2 trillion in market cap. Everything is looking red today. That's weird. 50 billion trading volume on the 24 hours. Bitcoin at 62k, Ethereum at $2.4 thousand. Not too bad, but it is down on the 7-day, up on 24 hours, 1% up, and a lot of longs are being opened up on Binance. Are the market makers finally waking up and they're trying to move prices up on ETH USDT, or is it a trap? Data on CoinGlass reveals that the number of traders currently opening long ETH positions on Binance significantly outweighs those opening short positions by a ratio of 2.858, highlighting the bullish sentiment among those cohorts of traders. But of course, unless Bitcoin makes a move, nothing else makes a move. So Ethereum, just like every other coin and token, are reliant on the next move made by Bitcoin. $372 million frozen at JP Morgan Chase and BNY Mellon as Russian court orders asset lockdown. A Russian court just froze 372 million owned by banking giants JP Morgan Chase and BNY Mellon cash that the banks were holding in the Russian branches. The move came from the Moscow Regional Arbitration Court, reports Reuters, and follows the Ukrainian central bank's decision to revoke the license of MR Bank, a subsidiary of Russia's Sberbank. Russia accuses Ukraine and the two American banks of unlawfully taking MR Bank's property, and Russia's deputy prosecutor asked the court to freeze the U.S. bank's assets in defense of the interests of the Russian Federation. Prosecutors are seeking full recognition of 121 million held by JP Morgan and 251 million held by BNY and Sberbank's property. The court's move comes after Biden administration froze over 300 billion in Russian central bank reserves and imposed sanctions on major Russian financial institutions. It's funny. This is like a funny play because, you know, the state still thinks that they're in a position of power, of complete control, but apparently that is not the case. They freeze our accounts, we freeze their accounts, and it's a continuation of the Hunger Games, of the Cold War from the 60s, man. It's so bizarre, from the 80s rather. So bizarre to see. Everybody should move to the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, because they have removed taxes for all crypto transactions. Emirates seem to be turning out to be the best place to be for crypto millionaires. It seems, I'm not sure that crypto, you know, fish or crypto shrimp would make wave, but having the option of not having to pay taxes on transactions is a good thing on crypto transactions. The UAE just made crypto transfers and conversions exempt from VAT starting November 15, 2024. Exporters can now deal with fewer paperwork hassles to qualify for zero VAT on goods and services, but some services will still be taxed depending on where they happen. Now, of course, in order to be eligible for all this, you have to go through some loops. I'm sure you have to make deposits or make some kind of arrangements in order to be eligible for them. It's not that anybody can go into the country and just willy-nilly start making transactions. I'm sure that's not the case. So thorough reading of the requirements and conditions that are applied to the tax exemptions must be done prior to movement. Don't start packing your bags just yet. Do some research before you do decide to move to a place like the Emirates, and the same goes for all the other nations that do have tax exemptions on cryptocurrencies. And there are some countries in Eastern Europe, I know, or in Europe, that do have exemptions on tax or on cryptocurrencies transactions and stuff. So make sure that you do your due diligence before you take the leap and move to those countries for the purpose of securing your crypto and avoiding taxes. I just realized that my X feed is just littered with Tari. I've been collecting some gems that miners are eligible for by completing, obviously, things like retweeting and stuff, and so I've just polluted my my X tweet with a bunch of Tari announcement. The one I was looking for is the announcement for Descent. If you haven't picked up a Descent wallet just yet, you can do so now. You can pick up 2 wallets with a discount of $130. So get yourself a $130 discount on purchase of 2 wallets, or a $50 discount on the purchase of 1 wallet. And I'm looking for one announcement that I made on Descent, because they're going to have a special discount over the week between, I think, October 13th and whatever date comes after that. Here it is. Okay, so special event biometric wallet, $89. You can get this, pick this wallet up for $89. Event date October 8th till October 13th, which means it starts tomorrow. So follow the ref links below. These wallets are sweet, man. I honestly have nothing bad to say about them just yet. Access through a thumb touch. Check out your balances. Big display, very easily visible unless your vision is shot, of course. And they also have a discount on this wire, which you can hook it up. You can hook up your wallet to your phone and do data updates directly from your phone. So that's all on discount. That's taking place October 8th to 13th. And if you would like to get yourself a wallet that has biometric access and locks the hell out of your crypto, then get the Descent wallet right now. Also, do consider becoming a member on the channel. Who is this dude? Becoming a member on the crypto channel. Join and become a crypto cat or crypto kitten. Support the channel and my efforts in creating more content on this channel, because, you know, why not? Why not support the little guys? But whatever you do, thank you for supporting me so far. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful Monday. Remember to smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, because it's all free and it helps me create more content. It supports the channel and helps the channel grow, which I hope will grow eventually to a massive size. I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Have a fantastic Monday once again. Peace.